Legendary game. Sometime man, it's but Legend Donald back in the reaction today. I don't even know what the title of this video is, bro. I'm over here clicking on it. NBA fans aren't ready to hear this. Nah, I'm not even gonna say nothing. This last time I was talking about LeBron and Jordan and everybody, all the LeBron sexuals want to call. Yo, somebody, you know who you are. Somebody gonna use LeBron sexual and put it in Jordans. Ain't no way, man. Y'all want to call us that, man. Like, y'all is on a whole different level, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, you mess up camera ticket. I might not even say nothing the whole video. I'm just let it play. Cause, hey, man, it is what it is, bro. Damn, they got the Westbrook talking like Jordan was a bro. Bro. Do you understand like how many clips of LeBron I can pull up on that? I said I was gonna say them, but I can't. Bro, I can put like 10 clips right now of LeBron doing that. AD and Tim Duncan, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna trip on that much. That's actually a conversation. I don't think he's better yet, though. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. Pretty soon he's there. Yo, he said Jokic is a 7-foot Draymond. Now, Jokic plays no defense. Somebody told me they lost to the Spurs today. Buddy, yo, Nuggets. What's going on, man? The Spurs, buddy, do they even have 10 wins? That might have been their 10th win of the year. I'm done talking though. MJ would have just been oh my God. You know what? I'm just skip past comments like this. Lance Stevenson was decent. Come on, my nigga. I'm not even going to talk. That's got to be the dumbest joke of the day, man. Yo, Simmons might be out the league,
the good old
bro.
Hot take. The necessary evil of the sports world. Through the good ones,
Simmons
the bad ones, and the downright atrocious.
Steph Curry would have been a go debate. LeBron didn't beat him 3-1. I'm taking Prime Hart. I don't know. Prime Hart, 40 points is the new, 80 points is the new. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Different score errors.
I
don't want to pause
We once again find ourselves racking our brains trying to figure out how some people come up with this nonsense. But today, I've done the brain racking for you and found some of the hottest NBA takes on the internet. So, buckle up. This may be a bumpy ride.
All right, hold on, y'all.
Today's video is brought to you by CP.
You get blessed by that sponsor, buddy. We here for the video, though. I'm done pausing. I don't want to pause too much because a lot of y'all don't like when I pause, but I bet we are straight.
And still reeling from our last batch, we've got some new scores.
Yo, I seen that. Michael Jordan would have switched hands. No cap. Michael Jordan would have did it left to the right.
Into the cold,
you know what I'm saying?
Soulless abyss of casual NBA fandom by now.
Dylan Brooks got to retire. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I wouldn't take that. But nah, about that last one, buddy, you know there's a lot of teams beat that Celtics team in about 4 games. That Bulls team will sweep that Celtics team, bro. Hey, the Warriors team might sweep that Celtics team. I don't know.
But I'm sick. I can't help myself. And I've got nothing better to do.
Me personally, I probably had the body slam play into the dirt. I'm just be real. I would have took the suspension. I'm not letting nobody do that to me on live television.
Now this first one, some people are not going to be happy with. This NBA fan says, in terms of excitement, Steph is this generation's Jordan.
How y'all LeBron fans feeling? I'm just saying. Hey, Steph this year is Jordan? How y'all feel? I know y'all LeBron fans gonna bring up something. I don't really care, but
and I agree. Steph may not be this generation's best player, but when it comes to drawing eyes and attention and putting on an absolute show, there's no one that does it like Stephen Curry. The deep
fans ain't gonna like that.
The fact that he's still on the same team that drafted him, it all adds to the Steph experience that fans across the globe love about watching him.
Take notes, LeBron. Still on the same team. Don't have to switch teams and win rings, LeBron.
Play. This man has kids on the other side of the planet rocking his jersey trying to knock down look-away threes.
Hey,
this relatively small, unassuming recruit rising through the NBA ranks and winning titles amongst giants. How can you not love the guy? Is there anything as thrilling as watching Steph come down the court? Defense absolutely scrambling, trying, hoping they can stall the inevitable. But it's too late. Steph is...
Yo, I'm gonna pause one time. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to admit, bro. I used to want to be like Derrick Rose, because Derrick Rose is my favorite player all the time. I used to want to do all the dribbles and dunks. That's why I like John Morant. But when I seen Curry started shooting, I ain't gonna lie. That made me. That's why I rock with Curry. That made me actually wanna start shooting a lot more, bro. Because before I didn't care about shooting. When Curry put it on, I gotta admit, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just never looked at, I'm not gonna say it, bro. I just never looked at LeBron and said, mate, and just wanted to be like, damn, I want to be like LeBron, man. It was always Derrick Rose and Curry for me. I ain't gonna lie.
30 feet, and the outcome is already set in stone. Curry, long distance. Bang! There's just nothing like it. The fans love Steph. He's the people's champ. And I agree that in terms of excitement, he is this generation's Jordan. Now, with Nikola Jokic making a run for his third straight league MVP, the man is on track to...
Flight probably already on his knees. Oh my gosh, I told y'all, bro. He's the guy. Not the GOAT, man. Not.
To making NBA history. But with all that success has come more scrutiny for his shortcomings. Some of these critiques are absolutely ridiculous, and some might be warranted. A couple days ago, Stephen A. Smith said that Jokic potentially winning back-to-back league MVPs, despite his lack of playoff success,
he deserves it over Jokic, man. Jokic just lost to the Spurs today. Imagine.
Almost criminal, questioning the validity of his awards. And like many fans of the NBA,
bro,
this guy...
Does Jokic even play defense? Look, Jokic plays no defense. Like, how I understand the triple-doubles, but you got to be an all-around player. Jokic's defense is absolute trash. No defense. Embiid is a great defense. I think it should go to Embiid or Giannis. Now, definitely, Jokic is probably the best playmaking big in the league. I'd probably say that, but defense, no effort at all. Does not move his feet at all. It's kind of like Luka.
That this criticism of Jokic isn't fair because he's always made the most of what he's been given in the playoffs year after year. And I understand this line of thinking. I mean, the MVP is a regular season award after all, so the playoffs really shouldn't be brought up in this discussion. But it is, and it always has been. Since the beginning of time, NBA fans have used the playoffs as a bit of a litmus test to try to validate or invalidate regular season MVPs. It's practically a rite of passage for any all-time great player, and Nikola Jokic should be no exception of this. Must we not forget, Giannis was getting eviscerated for coming up short in the postseason after winning back-to-back MVPs.
Damn.
Or when people called LeBron a choke artist for winning 2 MVPs but failing to win a championship. Or when Kobe was stiffed out of possibly multiple MVPs because the Lakers just weren't a real contender at the time.
Damn.
You can give me all the excuses in the world, and it won't really make a difference. Because no other all-time great player was granted any excuses either. If a player wants to ascend to all-time great status, he will be held to an all-time great standard. The man is on track to winning his 3rd straight MVP, and he hasn't even made the NBA Finals. This is unprecedented.
That's crazy.
Now, is this criticism unjust? Maybe. But why should Jokic be spared from intense criticism when no other great player was? We've seen voter fatigue and narratives and postseason failures prevent countless players from winning the regular season MVP. Why is Jokic exempt from this same standard? Once a player receives a certain level of praise, no excuse will be sufficient in explaining why they haven't won a ring, or even come close for that matter. This is how it's always been, and I completely disagree with this take. Now, just a couple days ago, Damian Lillard...
Bro, how did he just go on to take agreeing with it and then disagreeing? I thought he was like, dang, I guess we'll just continue the video.
Put on an absolute clinic when he scored 71 points against the Rockets. 71 points. Great. The man hit 13 threes and was a perfect 14 for 14 from the line. He did it all. I mean, this was a masterpiece from Dame. But leave it up to NBA fans to find the fault in this performance because, according to some fans, Dame's 71 points...
Everyone is hyping it like he didn't just score 71. I mean, it's the Rockets. Somebody said they got a bunch of nobodies. And they got Jabari Smith and Jalen Green and... Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know.
Weren't all that impressive since he did it against one of the worst defensive teams in the league.
And Kenyon Martin.
You heard that correctly. Scoring 71 points in an NBA game is no longer impressive if you do it against a bad defensive team. And this take is so unhinged that I almost don't want to even address it. But I'm going to anyways. Now, I'm gonna let secret, but you can't tell anyone I told you this. Most big games throughout NBA history are against bad defensive teams. Surprise! Pretty crazy, right? Wilt's 100-point game in 1962 was against the Knicks, who were the 2nd worst defensive team in the league at the time. Kobe Bryant's 81 in 2006 was against the Raptors, who were also the 2nd worst defensive team in the league. And David Thompson's 73 in 1978 was against the Pistons, who were the 9th worst worst defensive team in the league at the time. In fact, this is the case with nearly every all-time big scoring night throughout NBA history. LeBron's career high was against the Bobcats, who were the worst defensive team in the league. Shaq's career high was against the Clippers, who were also the worst defensive team in the league. Steph's career high was against the third worst defensive team in the league, and Michael Jordan's career high was against the ninth worst defensive team in the league at the time. Even Donovan Mitchell's 71 earlier this season was against the fifth worst defense in the entire NBA. It's like some fans have to search for a reason to discredit some players. Dame could have scored 71 on the worst defensive team ever, and it still would have been an incredible accomplishment. You could put me in front of your local youth league championship team, and I couldn't score 71 points in 39 minutes. Every season, every single player gets a shot to go crazy on bad defensive teams. There has been thousands of opportunities for players to use these bad teams as their punching bag, and yet only 3 players have ever topped a 71-point explosion from Dame. This performance was historic, and this take is horrendous. Now, this fan here says Michael Jordan is sensitive, but he gets a pass because he's good at basketball. And I agree with half of this take. Michael Jordan was sensitive. People will excuse his behavior as competitive, but everyone in the NBA is competitive. Jordan couldn't take criticism whatsoever. In fact,
the GOAT don't take criticism from somebody off the streets, bro. To be real.
His quote is literally a statement of how things people did and said about him really got to him. But he didn't get a pass just because...
if I know I'm better than somebody, I'm not taking no criticism from him, bro. Nobody was better than Jordan. Just to be real.
He was good at basketball. He gets a pass because every time someone pissed him off, he always went out and proved them wrong. They said Clyde Drexler was his equal. He didn't like that, and so he went out and stomped the man in the NBA Finals.
Hey man,
that man wasn't as good when he came back from his first retirement, so he added that to his list of reasons to be an absolute menace and three-peated for the second time.
Come on, man.
You can be as sensitive as you want if you back it up. I think most NBA fans would consider Kevin Durant sensitive, but if he followed up his tweets with more championships and absolute dominance over the NBA for the rest of his career, those tweets would be an afterthought. Now, our last take.
KD still can't win a ring by himself. I'm not gonna lie to you. He lucky to have one. Have a couple, because you know what I'm saying. I don't know if Curry carried KD. I don't know if KD carried Curry. It's just because I don't know. But if KD didn't join that team, buddy, he would have 0 rings still.
Is a scorcher, and not even for a split second does it add up in any way, shape, or form. This NBA fan says, back then, we used to celebrate three-peats. Now kids are out here celebrating 4 titles in 10 tries and call it greatness.
LeBron is getting exposed in this video. These Bron fans do not want to hear this today. Kids are celebrating 4 titles in 10 tries and call it greatness. He had to drop the breath.
This is so stupid. Now, clearly, this is referring to LeBron James, to which I genuinely...
Well, damn, I was agreeing with it. I was agreeing with it. Hey, my fault, I ain't gonna lie.
Ask this fan, and fans who think like this. Do you really think LeBron's career hasn't been great? I mean...
That portion of it, I give credit for 10 finals, but you got to win more than that, man. You got to. Yeah, at least win 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, LeBron's career been great. I ain't going to lie to you. No cap. I ain't bashing that his career hasn't been great. I'm just saying you got to win more than that, bro. 40% of the F on a test, buddy. Low F. Not even a high F. I was just saying.
Really? Is it possible that we can celebrate any ring that any player wins at any time? Or has the bar been established so high that if you aren't three-peating, it isn't truly greatness?
Okay, all right, everyone. I ain't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Okay. I thought he was talking about that portion. It doesn't define a player's career greatness. You know what I'm saying? If the dude put up the numbers, he great.
New rule. No celebrating rings or titles or MVPs or big or small successes anymore. We are only celebrating three-peats. Dirk's ring wasn't great. The bum only won 1 in 21 years. Boston's ring in 0.
You just called Dirk a bum? Hold on. Nah, man, that's wild. Calling Dirk Nowitzki a bum is crazy, but he'll drop 40 points out doing fadeaways.
Wait, worthless. Raptors in 2019, bums. Bucks in 2021, Giannis and the gang, bums. We don't celebrate that. Get that out of here. I just can't believe some fans actually think like...
Nah, I ain't agree with that. Okay, all right. Jimmy got me thinking he going with it. The part that I agreed on is him going 10 times and winning 4. That doesn't mean that any NBA Finals doesn't count. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it at that. You feel me? I thought he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
According to this logic, no one in the entire NBA right now should be celebrated. We need to drop this whole rings or bust discourse altogether. It's just silly, and it's a bad faith argument to discredit really awesome players. In fact, this same fan goes on to share posts celebrating the greatness of players like Damian Lillard and John Stockton, who've never won a ring. And most ironic of all, this fan goes on to say that the '89 Cleveland Cavaliers were the greatest team in franchise history. Literally describing a team that was bounced out of the first round of the playoffs as the greatest. So not only is this line of thinking flat out wrong, it's disingenuous. A player doesn't need to pull off the greatest feat in the history of the game to be great. Greatness comes in many different shapes and forms. And apparently, so do takes on the NBA. And unfortunately, that's all the racking my brain can handle in one sitting. But y'all know the drill. Leave a comment with your hottest NBA take. The hotter, the better. Or worse.
Hey, I
hope you all enjoy. And as always, until next time.
Jimmy, man, that was an amazing video. Now, let me clear that up. I did not mean LeBron not being great. I never said that. I'm just saying, I didn't agree with the part of him saying winning a championship is not greatness. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, going 4 out of 10. You know what I'm saying, 40%. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. We gotta win more than that, bro. We gotta win. To categorize that as a part of the GOAT conversation, you gotta win at least, bro, 6, man. Like, god damn. No, I'm just being real. Everything else out of LeBron's career is greatness. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that any championship, I don't want nobody getting, somebody already gonna pause that part. I already know, and just start commenting, not even gonna do all that. But LeBron is a great player. Second greatest player all time. You know what I'm saying? You already know I got Jordan. Feel me? You match I come roll with 10K is or this or that. That was an amazing video, man. Hey, boy, let's down, man. I'm out.